Now, Count on 2, live and local in the Low Country. This is News 2 at 6.
No funds for I-526 tonight. We dig deeper into why the State Infrastructure Board dissolved the contract and what's next for the project.
Rain is moving into the Low Country. We could see severe weather in the next few hours. Good evening, everyone. I'm Libba Holland.
And I'm Brendan Clark, and I head over to the Low Country's Chief Meteorologist, Rob Fowler, for the latest on these storms. Rob?
Well, we certainly had plenty of heat today and humidity, 94 the official high temperature. And you can see right now some of the clouds billowing in the distance right over the harbor. What's happening is we've had a couple of clusters of thunderstorms develop here this afternoon. You can start to see those now, but in terms of the amount of coverage, most of you right now are not seeing any rain at all. Here is the sea breeze starting to fire things up. You can see it just down to the south. But some of these storms, these clusters have been packing quite a punch, especially south of Allendale. This one's kind of sinking southbound, so be on the lookout for that. It's had some gusty winds and lots of rain, as now it was stationary, now seems to be drifting back to the south and west, and that continues into the forest all the way down towards the Isle of Palms, where we're getting some rain right out there at Wild Dunes. Now, this is what we've got to keep an eye on. When we talk about the potential for severe weather, it's from this complex of storms that is moving out of the upstate through the Midlands right now, and this area of blue is a severe thunderstorm watch. So the leading edge of that is almost close to the end of the watch. We'll see if that does get extended eastbound. But our forecast radar showing over time that complex will stay together by midnight along 95 and then all the way to the coast by early on your Thursday morning. We'll continue to track, and we'll have another update for you coming up in just a few minutes.
We are following two Count on 2 news alert stories for you tonight. A Somerville police officer taken to the hospital after suffering injuries during a traffic stop. We do know several Somerville police officers currently responding to the Gahagan subdivision. No word yet on the condition of the officer, but we will update you as more information becomes available. Also, the Charleston County Sheriff's deputies and EMS responding to reports of a shooting on McCombs Road in Ravenel. Police say victim was shot and is in serious condition. We are waiting for more details on this story as well, and we'll update you on air and online. Go to our website, it's counton2.com.
The future of I-526 is still up in the air. The State Infrastructure Bank decided to terminate its existing contract to provide funding to complete Interstate 526. So today I followed up with some of those involved in the project to see what exactly happens next.
For the record,
a heated discussion over a hot topic.
We'll have a bake sale in the city of Charleston if we need to. I live in a world where actions speak louder than words, Mayor. We know the way to the courthouse too, Chairman Rawl.
I didn't say a thing about going to court. That's your perspective.
The goal of yesterday's SIB meeting was to decide if the bank would provide funding for the completion of I-526 to run from West Ashley to James and Johns Islands.
For. Chairman Davis. Against.
But in the end, the bank board voted 4-3 to terminate its part of a contract with Charleston County and the Department of Transportation.
And I'm not going to stop, and I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep trying.
Chip Limehouse from Charleston, who serves on the SIB board, has been pushing the bank to provide the money to get the project started.
Never is never a word I use, so I'm going to do my best to get it back on the agenda and put a funding package together and get those roads built.
Limehouse and others believe Governor Henry McMaster may now step in.
We sure hope the governor's office will get involved.
Brantley Moody, who represents West Ashley for Charleston County Council, also attended yesterday's meeting.
When we had our issues last month, he stood atop 526 and said this project needed to be completed, and he directed his appointments to follow his directive. They embarrassed him yesterday, and they embarrassed themselves.
I reached out to the governor's office today about the issue. His press secretary said, quote, the construction of the 526 extension remains a top priority of Governor McMaster's for many reasons, not the least of which is the public safety component, and he will continue to work with all parties involved to make sure the project is completed.
Good news for South Carolina electric and gas customers. Today, state lawmakers reached a deal to temporarily slash rates by 15%. The debate has been ongoing since last summer when SCE&G abandoned the nuclear plant project. Customers continue to pay for it. News 2's Deanne Roberts has been following this story, and Deanne, this is still a few steps from becoming law.
That's exactly right, Brendan. First, it has to be approved by the Public Service Commission and then it'll make its way to Governor Henry McMaster's desk. He makes the final decision. Now, all day today, House and Senate members have been discussing a plan to temporarily cut SCE&G electric bills. This comes after charging a total of $37 million monthly going toward a project that isn't finished. That's the BC Summer Project. The key word here is temporary. Here's a breakdown. It's a 15% rate cut until the end of this year. That's December 2018. It will bring customers' bills down by approximately $22. The Public Service Commission has until December to decide whether customers or shareholders will pay billions of dollars in debt. Lawmakers believe this is a quick fix to a drawn-out problem.
The goal here is to provide immediate relief to ratepayers, and that's what we're trying to do. And obviously, this process has been a long one. Y'all have been here with me through this process. We started in August having committee meetings, taking testimony, talking to witnesses, learning more about the information, learning about confidential documents that have been hidden and contained within the utilities that they did not want to be made public. And so the goal, I think, for both bodies is going to be to provide quick relief.
I reached out to our local SCE&G officials. They denied an interview tonight, but say the company is evaluating its options if this proposal becomes law. Reporting live in Mount Pleasant tonight, Deanne Roberts, Count on 2.
In Dorchester County, a woman faces murder charges for killing her ex-husband. Authorities say they were called to a home on Independent School Road last night. Reports say Ella Elmore confessed to shooting Darren Elmore following a verbal altercation at the home. Elmore is currently awaiting a bond hearing. The case remains under investigation.
Also, North Charleston police investigating the death of an infant. Tuesday afternoon, officers arrived to an apartment complex on Remount Road. Inside, they found EMS medics giving CPR to the infant. After questioning the parents, the mother told police she believes the toddler tried picking up the infant but dropped him. The infant was taken to MUSC but later died. Detectives placed the toddler in custody of the Department of Social Services after noticing bumps and bruises on the toddler's head. The case remains under investigation. A new fire station now open on Daniel Island.
It's in the Cane Hoy area, and while firefighters have been working from the site for about a year and a half now, their station is finally ready. News 2's Macy McLeod attended the ribbon cutting ceremony and is live with a closer look. Macy.
Until today, firefighters were working out of this trailer, and before that, they were in a camper. But now they have this building. It is Fire Station 21, which will serve the north side of the Cane Hoy area. Now, this station will house 5 firefighters at a time, operating a fire engine and a tinder or water carrying truck. City officials tell me they are calling this a temporary permanent building, which may sound a bit contradictory, but what they mean is when the lease is up in 3 to 5 years, they will reevaluate if this is the best location for Station 21.
This actually may become a permanent station at some point in the future, but if we find that the need is starting to grow in a different area faster than others, we may have to move in order to be able to follow the need, and that's where the development is happening.
Now, Councilman White says with the rate that this area is growing, it is likely they will be building more fire stations in the next 3 to 5 years. Reporting live on Daniel Island, Macy McLeod, Count on 2.
A phone scam in Berkeley County has sheriff's deputies on high alert tonight. Scammers are calling people impersonating Chief Deputy Mike Cochran from the sheriff's office, telling them that they have warrants out for their arrest. Sheriff deputies say the scammers are trying to get about $2,000 from each victim.
What they'll do is they'll tell them, well, you either need to go to Target and get a Target card, or you need to go somewhere and get a Visa card or get a Green Dot card, and then give me the numbers, and then we'll vacate the warrant for you.
If you think you have a warrant out for your arrest, just call the sheriff's office and speak with the warrants departments.
Next on News 2.
Grabbing a bite to eat with friends for a Low-Country woman turns into them breaking out in rashes.
In tonight's Call Collect report, we investigate the complaints and get answers from the Department of Health and Environmental Control.
And here's a look at our fishing forecast coming up on your Thursday. Over the hump now, kind of looking ahead to the weekend. The tides will be high at 8:43, low at 2:48 in the afternoon. Wind should be out of the southwest at 5 to 10 knots. Still a scattered shower or thunderstorm chance, about 30%. And the lake and harbor water temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. If you're heading to the beach for tomorrow, it's going to be another toasty day. Temperatures near 90 in the afternoon with a southwest wind at 10 miles an hour. You're watching News 2 at 6.